So earlier today we got a little surprise from Nintendo. Fire Emblem, Shadow Dragon, and the Blade of Light is getting a localized release on Nintendo Switch. I actually thought they had a pretty cool trailer that they dropped, tying it to Smash Brothers with like these kids being like, "Oh, who's Marth? What's he from?" and showing his character screen that lists his original game, saying it was Japan only, and then it's like, "Oh, not anymore." The game is set to come out on December 4th for $6 here in the States. So not a bad price, I think. It's got a bunch of quality of life additions like the rewind feature we see in a lot of the Nintendo Online games. There's also going to be this fancy collector's edition released for like $50, which looks pretty cool, I think. Pretty funny to me, though, looking at a game like this, getting a big fancy collector's edition set. And then you look at Mario's big 35th anniversary celebration game, and it's like, we got nothing for that. But like almost everything Nintendo does these days, there's an issue. You go over to the store page and it tells you flat out, the game is only available for a limited time. And what's the cutoff date, you may ask? When can you no longer buy this game? Well, March 31st. The exact same day the Mario 3D All-Stars collection gets cut off, which means people will have much less time to buy Fire Emblem with it coming out in December. Only a few months until it's gone, boys. Better act now. What the hell is going on? First, I want to just say, I've already had it with these time-limited releases. I was past my limit when they did it with the 3D All-Stars collection. I think this is so shady, trying to pressure people into panic buying these games due to fear of missing out. Oh, buy the game now, hurry, because it won't be here long. Like, what's that even about? And I worry that with the success, I'm assuming success of stuff like the 3D All-Stars collection, this only emboldens Nintendo, not just Nintendo, other companies as well, because everyone's always watching each other to see what sorts of things work, what people will actually put up with. So I think you may see more of this in the future. Nintendo's found a way to be like, you better buy this digital game before it's sold out. So stupid. But this does beg the question now, what is happening on March 31st? Because clearly, there's got to be something. Now, I've already floated the idea that I think there will be some sort of virtual console return. Might not be that name, maybe something totally different, but essentially just making retro game offerings that people actually purchase and download to their systems that aren't tied to the online and require a subscription. And this release makes me feel like that's even more of a possibility because it's like, with the Mario collection, I get it, we have no games from those consoles offered up to us on the Switch right now, but with Shadow Dragon, this totally seems like something that in the past would have just been added to the Nintendo Online service. Like, just the fact that we're able to buy this game from Nintendo on the Switch standalone is odd. Now, the other thing I think is definitely possible is these games also get added to Nintendo Online in some way, but I feel like there are more issues with that one. One, I think you'll just have a lot of pissed off people who feel swindled, and rightly so, by how you went about this. Again, getting people to panic buy stuff because it's going away, only to say it's included now with Nintendo Online, so if you're already subscribed to the service, you could have essentially just got it for free after March 31st. Yeah, I don't see that going over well with players. Also, for the Mario games, I feel like they'd have to introduce tiers or something to the subscription model and have you pay more to access them, like in a premium tier again. I've talked about this before too. Like maybe there's a N64 tier, a GameCube tier, etc. But I don't think they would just throw games like those Mario titles, Mario Galaxy, on there, right? And let you have access to stuff like that for still only $20 per year. But yeah, no matter what, I think something is happening on or around March 31st that will shed more light on the situation. There's a reason everything's coming to an end at that date. There has to be. But whatever the situation ends up being, it's not an excuse. There's no reason to jerk people around like this, to keep them in the dark, besides to sap more money out of them. Surely something like this Fire Emblem release, if it was just a regular game put on the eShop, is something people would have maybe gotten around to picking up eventually. Now you're trying to get people to scramble to buy it because they don't want to miss out on possibly not being able to get it ever again. I find that honestly really trashy, and I'm pretty positive towards Nintendo in terms of not being as bad with these types of anti-consumer practices, but lately, I don't know, like, have you ever even seen something like this before? Because I can't think of a time where I have, a company releasing a game and being like, okay, you only have 3 months to buy this before it goes away. Especially in the age of digital games, it makes absolutely no sense, again, except for to get people to panic buy. Anyway, I'm going to cut the video off here. Just wanted to point this out to people, make sure everyone's aware of the situation, because unlike Mario, I feel like they're being a little bit sneakier with this one. The whole March 31st thing was in the Direct for the Mario 3D Anniversary Collection, but I didn't see it for Fire Emblem until I went to the actual store page. So yeah, I want to make sure people are aware of the situation, and yeah, I just hope we're not in store for more of this crap, but honestly, I can't say I think this is the end. So yeah, with that, this video's a wrap. Let me know your thoughts on Nintendo's whole buy these digital games while supplies last approach in the comments. Do you find it to be as shady as I do? And what do you think is going to happen on March 31st? Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed this discussion of Fire Emblem Shadow Dragon and the Blade of Light and its limited time release. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing, and if you want to keep the conversation going, hit me up on Twitter at JohnnyZakari and join my Discord, ChiGuy and Friends. Link to both in the description below. And as always, thanks for watching.